Because Modern Warfare 2 was such a controversial game and many players didn't like it. Not every Call of Duty fan in the November of 2010 was too eager about the release of new game, Call of Duty Black Ops. However, even before the release of the game, Treyarch showed signs that maybe for the first time in Call of Duty history, developers are actually ready to listen to the community and apply certain changes. In this way, they promise they will remove certain unwanted perks like Juggernaut, Stopping Power, One-Man Army and Commando. They also said that guns will finally have more recoil, and in order to secure more gun-on-gun action, kills gathered by one kill streak will not lead to another. In this way, they managed to pump up players once again and made them excited about the game. But then came the release day. The release of Black Ops was a disaster, and without a doubt by far the worst release of any Call of Duty game. But not in terms of numbers, because Black Ops managed to break all the sales records once again. But even though Call of Duty is primarily made for Xbox, the game wasn't running smooth even on the Xbox. And at the same time, players on the PlayStation reported of huge problems with lag and always losing the connection to the host. Also, party system did not work properly on both consoles. However, the biggest problems had PC gamers, who also had huge problems with lag, also stuttering, consistent drops of frame rate, and for some the game was freezing or even crashing. Others could not even start the game. But then Treyarch started to shine exactly where Infinity Ward failed, and they introduced something to the game that not only saved Black Ops, but probably the whole Call of Duty franchise. That is regular patching. And if it took Infinity Ward almost half a year to fix Javelin glitch and Care Package glitch, it really didn't took Treyarch that long to fix their game. They started pushing out patch after patch after patch, and with every patch the game was getting better and more balanced. However, sadly we have to report that they never managed to fix the game to 100% on the PC. And players that cannot either afford a very expensive computer or know how to manually fix the configuration file can still experience consistent drops of frame rate. Now if we take a closer look at the game, we will find that one of its best features lies in its simplicity, which then secures a lot of gun-on-gun action, and that is something that was highly requested after Modern Warfare 2. This game offers very few tools that could be exploited for getting cheap and easy kills, which makes game a lot better, but not necessarily always more popular, especially among bad players. Maps were also designed with aggressive gameplay in mind, and they offer very few camping and head glitching spots, and therefore also securing more gun-on-gun action. However, sometimes they did feel a little bit too large, and 6 vs 6 game modes were sometimes a little bit boring. One of the biggest criticisms to Modern Warfare 2 was that it took no skill, and almost everyone could get a good game. Black Ops, with its simplicity and gun-on-gun action and unstackable killstreaks, definitely changed that, and it was a lot harder to get good games, even though not as hard as in Call of Duty 4. Now, balance in this game definitely deserves its own chapter. Black Ops is probably the most balanced Call of Duty ever, even though some will argue that it has AK-47U and Famas. AK-47U, when combined with rapid fire, was probably too powerful up close, but it still sucked at range, and it cannot even compare to UMP-45 from Modern Warfare 2 or MP7 from Modern Warfare 3. Now granted, Famas was slightly overpowered, but nothing out of ordinary, and it's a big question what is harder to use, Famas in Black Ops or ACR in Modern Warfare 3. But we also have to mention how Treyarch managed to achieve this balance. What they did is made guns like AK-47, Galil and Commando virtually the same. These guns did the same damage, had the same range and the same rate of fire, and they only differ in looks, recoil patterns and reload times. The same can be said for MP5 and AK-47U, Spectre and MPL, Famas and AUG, and PM63 and Kiparis. In this way Treyarch achieved balance, but did sacrifice variety. And players that played this game a lot, after a while started complaining about the game being boring. Sniping in this game also deserves its own chapter. Because in Modern Warfare 2 a lot of players complained that sniping and especially quickscoping was too easy, Treyarch tried to make it harder. But at the beginning of the game they went overboard. With no quick ADS, with a lot of sway and bad hit detection, sniping is virtually useless. But like all things, they patched it. And many players agree that at the end of the game Black Ops sniping was almost perfect, and this is how sniping in Call of Duty should always work. Of course, any sniping without fast aiming down the sight will never satisfy ever-increasing community of quickscopers and trickshotters, but this is a very controversial discussion that doesn't belong in this video. Before Black Ops, we were used to the trend that Call of Duty is the best at the beginning of its cycle, and the longer the game lasts, more and more people start to exploit bad mechanics in the game, in this way making game worse and worse. But Black Ops was pretty bad at the beginning, but with time got better, better and better, and now it is in the position where it can definitely compete for the title of being the best Call of Duty game. And if it actually deserves that title, that is for you to decide.